And it's time for our last report, the financial report. So it is my pleasure to welcome on stage Mr. Boka.
Well, Frank took some of my minutes, which is fine because I often don't have much to say. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Boka. You probably all know me. I'm the treasurer of Ames. And here we are again, 2 years later, with another audited report of our financial situation. And I'd like to report that everything is fine. It's good. We're doing well, as our president announced to you earlier. At the entrance, I was trying to distribute these as practically as possible to all the member events, because only the member events get this. If you did not, or if you would like another copy or so, I have some, and I will see you at the coffee break. Okay, like I said, most of you know me already through our annual communications sometime in November, when the invoices for your annual membership is sent out. And you always, or most of you, pay quite quickly and readily, some not so quickly, but I'd like to encourage you in the future to pay you know, as quickly as possible. Okay, inside the report you will see a breakdown, a major breakdown of the financial details. And rather than reading from the report, I don't have a beautiful video or slides because it doesn't lend itself to that format. But if you look through, you will see that the numbers, they add up. We have the income, the expenses, and not too much to say, except there are a few areas where I wanted to elaborate. And because they may, to your eyes, look unusual. Sponsorship, for one. Our sponsorship varies from year to year, slightly, often. But since we are on a cash basis of accounting, and on a calendar year, often something that is invoiced in one year winds up being paid the next year. So often there is a discrepancy between the total sponsorship revenues, but I can assure you that eventually they are all collected. They all show up in the books. Membership dues. Every November, I try to get the membership invoices mailed out sometime between the 5th and the 15th of November. And that gives people enough time to receive it and maybe make the payment before the end of the year, or at least by the 1st of March. And if the payments are made by the 1st of March, of course, you get a discount from the normal $1,100 fee to $850. So you save $250. However, every now and then, due to unforeseen circumstances, the membership fees go out late. And in 2017, that was one of the, I forget the reason why they went out late. Maybe I was lazy or something, but they did, and it set back everything. So you'll see an imbalance in the membership revenue from one year to the next. But there again, they eventually all average out very smoothly, like on the chart that our president showed you earlier. Okay. I had some comments here about membership growth, blah, 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 but this has already been covered, so I'm not going to go over that again. Now, there's a difference in the expense of website operations. From 2016, you'll notice there was a large expenditure, and that was due to the fact that we changed operators. The original website was set up in 1996, and the company that organized it, and organized it very well, we shifted the operation over to Frank Bailey and distance running people who do our magazine. It seemed more compatible with what we were doing, and it involved what we call a golden parachute, or a bailout for the previous organizer. And so right now we're back on track with our usual, I believe it's $15,000 a year we pay, I believe it is. Isn't that Frank, correctly? Yeah, something like that. And also the Athens Gala. In 2016, some of you who are around remember that we had a Congress, the previous Congress was supposed to be in Ecuador, in Quito. But due to unforeseen circumstances, they were unable to hold there. So last-minute arrangements were made to have our Congress in Athens. And because of technicalities, we wound up with a situation whereby the hotel we were using wanted to be paid up front, so big deposits. So then as the members' payments for their rooms came in, they came to me, and they were used as an offset against the deposits. And that explains the section of the report pertaining to that. One other unique thing was in 2017, last year, our friends in South Africa put on a seminar in Cape Town. It was a really great experience, a great operation. A lot of events came from around South Africa and that region. And Ames contributed $10,000 for the organization, and it has led to a few new members coming in from South Africa. And by the way, some of you may want to consider things of that nature in your areas to, recently I was in Guadalajara, Mexico. You can see this, I fell down. And I had to mention that, Peter. But it wasn't me, I wasn't clumsy, it was the tequila. So, anyhow, I was in Guadalajara, Mexico, where the organizers there put on a fantastic symposium. And they had, I think it was 20 or 25 race directors from around Mexico in attendance. And it's, I think, a good way of generating new memberships and strengthening old relationships. With our current membership in the neighborhood of 450 and growing towards 500 by the year 2020, I think these symposium type things or these gatherings would be a good idea for maybe others to do. In summary, we remain strong financial condition, but we can always use more support so that we can operate more programs. And I wasn't planning to say this, but what I'm going to say it anyhow. We could always use more sponsorship support. Now, you know which sponsors we have, and they're fantastic, but we could, if any of you have any ideas, any thoughts, you can direct them to us or to any of the board members here, and maybe we can follow up trying to pursue some new areas of energy drinks, airlines, automobiles, banks, whatever, that would want to be part of this great organization that you're a part of, and that, basically does good in the world. So this concludes my brief summary, not as long as Frank. If you look inside of your booklet, the last 2 pages are the auditor's reports. We do a certified audit each year. But yeah, these, every year we run this through a CPA firm, and they do an extensive audit. It takes them quite a while. And so we have the audited reports for 2016 and 2017. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you want another copy or didn't get a copy of the report, see me at the coffee break. All right? Thank you.